Y'all let me know if my sound is okay on this one. I know it hadn't been acting right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me good? Getting all my stuff set up. Can y'all hear me? It's blurry. You know it'll come back in. I ain't worried about the blurriness. I'm worried about, can you hear me? Okay, good. And then I got a lot of smoke blowing right now, so that might be messing with the focus. As long as y'all can hear. Yeah, it's gonna be in and out because we on the other phone, but I know my signal will be good on here, so I ain't worried about the blurriness. I'm worried about y'all getting the message. Y'all ain't got to see me. You know what I look like. You know what I look like. You know, normally it'll take a minute for it to get right. I'm trying to see if I need to move this or is this gonna get too hot. I think we might be okay. I got my 3 kings, right? You know what I look like. Long as you can hear me and this signal ain't going in and out, I'm good. That's all I want to know. Okay, so I had 2 things. I want to get a couple of readings in because me and the baby's about to go to the movies. But I'm trying to pull up my page real quick. So I made a post about dandelions, and I've been like really into dandelions. I might have to move this. Let me move this. So it ain't making me cough or nothing crazy. I've been really drawn to dandelions lately. I've been really wanting to work with dandelions for whatever reason over the last month or whatnot. So I've been posting a lot about dandelions, and I always pay attention and do the knowledge when something specifically is calling out to me. Well, I got to show y'all my sunflowers today too. But dandelions have really been calling out to me, and hopefully this don't start acting up. It ain't been acting up. Okay. So I normally will take the time to research and figure out why I'm drawn to a certain dynamic and who is it connected to. So I posted the post today about dandelions. And if you saw it, it said it's connected to the sacred goddess Hecate. I'm assuming is how you pronounce it. And you can use it to enhance your psychic abilities. I drink dandelion tea every morning most of the time. You drank some yesterday. Yeah, I normally use it in as far as like from a healing perspective because it's a great healing agent. So if you follow me on the Healing Chamber, it's a lot of information that I normally post that's connected to that particular dandelion that people have looked at as weeds all of these years. If you are definitely a child of the South, you know your parents have always told you to pull the weed. If you help with yard work, you pull the weeds about the yard. But they actually are a wonderful and an amazing healing agent. They do a lot of great things for the body. You can eat the leaves. The leaves are a really great green that you can eat as a salad. You can eat the flowers. The flowers are very sweet. You can boil them and make a tea with it, or you can boil the leaves and make a tea with it, or you can take the root of the dandelion and make a tea with it. And they all actually serve different purposes, but it's a great herb, actually. So getting to the good part. So me being me, I break everything down. And the reason I'm sharing this information with y'all is because I want y'all to be in the habit of breaking things down. I'm very adamant about when I teach, I like for people to not only depend on me, but for y'all to establish your own ways and your own dynamics of studying and how you can break down information, how you can get in a certain dynamic where you are doing the knowledge. You're not dependent on me to hold your hand to guide you to the answer, but you are taking the initiative to guide your own self, your own evolution into the awareness that you need. And I'm going to touch bases on something that I saw from this morning as well, too. So the planet that's connected to the dandelion is Jupiter, and the element is air. So you look at all of that, and you look at, all the dynamics that come with it. So the first thing that I do is I'll go and look up the goddess. When it brings up a goddess, especially because this is not associated with African spirituality, I'll go and break down that goddess. So sometimes a lot of people don't like working with other energy that is not African based. Okay? Perfectly fine. I'm the same way 9 times out of 10. But this is what I started doing the knowledge to. 9 times out of 10, any goddess that shows up in any way of life stems from the root. What is the root? Ancient Kemet, Egypt, Africa, however you want to call it. They all stem back to the root. So now, what are you supposed to do? You need to do your due diligence to do the research. When you see a certain goddess, Greek goddess, whatever, all the different dynamics, break her name, number one. Break her name down and really figure out, who is she? What does her name mean? This particular goddess, I believe, when I looked it up, her name meant something dealing with words, something dealing with power. I have to go back because that ain't the point of the video. So I don't want to get too distracted. So I went and I looked up the meaning of her name. I went and I broke down certain dynamics. What symbolism is connected to her? The number 3 is connected to this particular energy. Okay? The number 3 is connected. What is this? This is a number 3 year. So you got to pay attention. She's also connected to the crossroads. One of her symbols is the crossroads. So if you look at from one perspective, when we talk about Yoruba, she's connected to Elegba energy. Okay? You got to look at who energy would I be pulling in? What dynamics do I pull in when we are saying, peace, beloved, when we are saying, break down the symbolism of who someone is. Break down the symbolism of what this particular, if this flower is coming up for you, or this energy keep coming up where you drinking that all of a sudden, and now all of a sudden you find more information on what you're supposed to be doing with that particular flower. And then what goddess is that connected to? There's a reason, because that's once again seeing how the universe is trying to send you messages. That's once again seeing how energy is coming to you. Okay? So now we're looking at her. I'm breaking down the symbols. We see that number 3 is her number. We see that the crossroads is her symbol. She's over witchcraft and the moon. We're getting ready to come up on a moon cycle. She's over power, speaking things into existence. Okay? So let's take it a step further. Now we understand who she is, where she resonates from, where did she come from, what her name means, yada, yada, yada. Okay? Peace, 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 beloved. Now, I'm going to take it a step further. Who does she correspond to? Who is she the equivalent of when we talk about Egyptians, or when we talk about ancient Africa, ancient Kemet? Okay? So when you look that up, they go into talking about what she represents, who her energy, what her origin is. They say that she was as old as the early Egyptians. She possibly evolved from Egyptian midwife goddess known as I guess it's Hecate, same name, which is Heka, honestly. And if you look up the meaning of Heka, that is an energy of words of power. Words of power also reminds me of Isis as well. But they saying it goes back to pre-dynastic Egypt. So it's a wise woman believed to command the Heka. So she was the mother, the words of power, giving power to sacred word. So she was able to cast spells with her lips, with the words that was coming out of her mouth. Okay? That also connects, though, even further, because she was known as the darkness. So now let's take it even a step back. If you really do the research on Egyptian deities and Egyptian Kemetic philosophy, you can go all the way back to Nut. Now, for me, that energy been coming up a lot lately. I actually just saved a video that was a reading, and that energy popped up. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, recently, this week, that energy popped up in a reading that we did using the Egyptian or the Cleopatra tarot cards. So that energy keeps calling to me and possibly y'all, because y'all my tribe. So I feel like certain things that resonate for me and that shows up a lot for me, 9 times out of 10, some of y'all gonna be seeing the same messages and symbols. So saying all of that to say, go back, pay attention, understand what the energy is. That energy, when you're talking about Nut is like the darkness where everything was birthed from. That is the divine feminine, the divine mother, the all in all is how you want to look at it. It's the universal greatness and how everything birthed from that. So if everything birthed from that, you got to look at it as the ultimate divine feminine. The crazy part is the card that I seen earlier was actually the Ten of Discs, I believe was the name of the card. It was a community of women surrounding another woman that was pregnant. So let me bring this full circle for y'all. I got a phone call from a sister that actually be with us on here sometimes, and she had a dream. The dream was me sitting in the circle and women who were pregnant were coming to me to birth children or have some sort of initiation or have some sort of healing done by me. So this was how my day started, with that information, me posting the dandelion, me looking all of a sudden saying, let me break this energy down. Who is this person? And also somebody posting that flower is associated with Shango. Pay attention to the messages. I can't break down everything for y'all because I don't want to get into what that message meant for me and how everything corresponds on what journey that I'm on. But I am telling you to take the time to, when you get certain energy, when you get in certain dynamics, when you're drawn to certain foods, when you're drawn to certain flowers, when you're drawn to, all of a sudden now you're wearing red every day, pay attention to why you're doing it and then do the research. When it comes to like European goddesses or these women that they be, promoting as Greek goddesses, whatever, take your time, do the due diligence, and get into the space where you are researching what it is that you need. Get your own. Research who they are and how they connect to other energy. Understand how they connect to other energy and why that energy is coming up for you and what they're supposed to teach you at that moment in time. All right. That's my freebie for today. Breakdown. Etymology is amazing. Break down the words, break down the meanings, get into it, do the research, take the time, all that good stuff. Now, let's get into it. Yes, exactly. It is. But a lot of times people get caught up in the wrong element, and not just Greek mythology. Let's go through all the mythology. Anything that come up. I think I talked about a goddess. Oh God, what was her name? Freya. Goddess Freya. Goddess Freya is from, if I'm not mistaken, Ireland. And people get thrown off by that dynamic. But when you break down who Goddess Freya is, you can really trace her back to Oshun, that means Heteru. So you can trace people and energy all the way back to the root and the origin of where it comes. But you got to take the time to say, how am I breaking down this information? What is it that I need to see in this particular dynamic? If that goddess is coming up for you in cards or in whatever dynamic, how can I break it down? Thank you, beloved. So when you see in certain stuff, understand where they come from. What is it that they're supposed to teach you? And know how that lesson has come to you. Okay? People are just confused with Greek philosophy, which is. It's not even that it's BS. You got to understand stories shift to fit the culture. That's how I see it. Like, I don't have no beef with anybody, adopting our information. I don't. Stealing, however you want to call it. I don't have no beef with it. Why? Because at the end of the day, everybody needs the knowledge. Everybody got to learn. Everybody got to get what they're supposed to from it. You know what I mean? I don't know why this is doing the same thing too. So weird. Don't never have these issues. I'm about to have to go back to my office space. I don't like that. All right. So I had a few people that wanted some reading. Yeah, I'm for everybody getting the information they're supposed to get. And it's supposed to shift. It's almost like, you know, the game you used to play when you sit in a circle and one person whisper in the ear. I think my son called it telephone, but you whisper in the ear and you see what it go all the way around the circle. So by the time it get back to you, it'll be something totally different. Be something totally different. Be like, that is not what I said. I'm gonna do you, Shay. I beat Faye, Shay. I'm gonna do you first. Everybody else, though, I need y'all to inbox me. I know I had a couple of people that already inboxed me for a reading. But that whole dynamic of the story is going to shift and transform to fit the culture that it's in. What I don't like, let me say that, what I don't like is the fact that we are not doing our due diligence to research and get an understanding of it all the way back to the beginning. We don't do what we supposed to do to say, hey, let me go and this energy is coming up for me. It's connected to this. Let me go and study why is this coming up. Who is it coming up? Why? What am I supposed to learn? I know Sandy wanted a reading. Somebody else wanted one this morning. And hopefully Sunkay can get on here. Hold on, let me text her now. Before. Y'all doing too much. I don't know why I just tried to do this while they eating, because I was trying to multitask. Ashe. Exactly. We are all humans having a spiritual experience. The one thing that I've been into lately, and I know I'm probably going to catch all kind of hell for this statement. The thing shy, Ashe, beloved. No worries, Monty. Oh, it's something else I need to get. Peace, beloved. Peace, Twan. Thank you. My day is amazing. I've been with the mini-me's. Okay, inbox me. I'm only doing 5, dog. I think that's all 5, y'all. What did somebody say? Oh. I'm just going back reading messages because I'll be feeling like I'll be out the loop like I did this morning. I missed the whole thing, and if I would have seen it this morning, y'all know I would have been on it. So I'm going to touch on that before so I can get it off my chest. Hold on. I'm trying to clean this camera. Uh-oh, I done tried to cut the camera off. Okay. So this morning, I guess when I was building on, spring break week, child. I was building on, I think I was doing the reading this morning. And this morning, during the reading, somebody, I think, and I didn't even go back and look at the live because I ain't got time. Somebody made a comment that your first deck should be gifted to you. So I'm going to say this, and I think I need to keep my eyes closed while I'm saying it. Y'all hear me say this all the time. Quit making this look like a certain thing for you. Quit making it be religious. Quit making spirituality be dogmatic. Okay? Get out of that. I don't know where and I don't know why y'all be getting some of this information and y'all just be running with it. And I get it. And I know I respect the elders. I do. I love them. I do. I love my elders. I love everybody who walk a certain path. I do. I appreciate y'all. I love you. I don't have no beef But what I do have beef with, don't stop someone's growth. Do not create a hindrance in people and their dynamic. And this is why I'm saying this, because I'm going to get this off my chest before I get into these cards so my energy can be real clear. Exactly. It don't exist. First of all, this is your journey. However you come across it is how you come across it. Somebody asked me and they inboxed me and I was like, yeah, I don't get into all of that. I'm different. So I'm going to tell y'all from the gate. I don't follow nobody's rules. I follow my own rules. I follow what worked for me. There were things I naturally evolved into this. I didn't look for no guidance. Do I have mentorship? Yes. Do I have people that I respect and love and admire? Yes. But I take the information with a grain of salt. And if it works for me, it works for me. If it don't work for me, then I throw it out in the trash. This is how you have to walk in your gift. Right. This is how you have to don't let people put, and y'all know I'm big on this. Quit letting people implant messages in your subconscious, because when that message is put in your subconscious, now you operating out of fear. Now you feeling like, exactly. Now you feeling like, oh, I can't pay homage to Oshun because I ain't in Ifa, or I don't deal with a certain way of life. That's a lie. Because you're not going to tell me that you can't deal with Oshun, and Oshun already came to you when you was like 5. You see what I'm saying? She was already over your head. She was already part of your ovary. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that I can, like I tell y'all, I don't even burn color candles. I can feel what color and what energy, and I understand the dynamic of color theory. So that's why I respect it. But at the same time, I burn white candles. Why do I burn white candles? Because I know I'm strong enough and powerful enough in my own gift and my own understanding to know that if I set the intention in this candle and I say that the intention for this candle is for protection, that's what the fuck it is. So if y'all got kids, this is probably not the video that y'all want y'all babies to look at, because I'm probably going to cuss a little bit. Okay? I forgot to send the warning shot before I started cussing. I'm sorry. I just come to the realization that it just ain't gonna work. Whenever it's time for me to stop cussing, it'll happen. I'm just saying. But you have to understand and cultivate this energy the way that you can cultivate it for yourself. I understand, like, a lot of people are new. So when you new, it's like y'all are searching for an answer and you're searching for guidance. And that's cool. But you got to be real careful, because a lot of people not like me. I promise you they not. It's not to say that it ain't people out here that are for your well-being, but it's a lot of people that want you to be dependent on them. It's a lot of people that's walking in this energy, and they here to take advantage of you. They want to take your money. They here for the coins. They here so they can set your ass up. They gonna tell you, oh, like, it's a lot of fake babas running around on social media right now. That's why you get in these inboxes. When they feel like you might be dealing with a little bit of spiritual stuff, you gonna get 100 inboxes asking, do you want to talk to your spirit guides? And because some of y'all is wanting, you're so hungry for it, you so thirsty for it, y'all falling in these traps. Stop falling in these traps. They're not for you. They're not walking in alignment to make sure that you're good. They don't care about that. They here to collect them checks. It's organizations that's out here that, yeah, they'll tell you, oh, you can come and be initiated. It's just going to cost you $10,000. Listen, it don't cost you. Your spirituality is free. That's free. Now, when it comes to certain dynamics, because yes, I do charge for readings, but I actually do most of my readings by donation. Anybody who know me, y'all know I've been doing this for almost, I don't even know how long now on social media. And most of the time, I'm giving free readings at least twice a month. And then I'm doing most of this by donation. But when it comes to like my class, I don't even charge what I could charge for my classes. I'm sitting here. My goal is to make sure that you get to where you're supposed to go. You see what I'm saying? My damn class is barely paying for my website a month. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's a different dynamic. And you going to tell who is for real with this and who's fake. So stop, is what I'm saying. So I can calm down. Stop listening to any and everybody. They're not for you. Stop feeling like all these different dynamics are here. You need to do the research. You need to walk in discernment. You need to make sure that before you let somebody open them decks up on y'all, that they in alignment with who they are and they higher self. You need to make sure before somebody sending you a spiritual bath that they in alignment with who they are and they higher self. I'm not saying that this is not always going to be a work in progress. It is. You always going to be in that space. Ashe, beloved. But I just want to make sure that y'all don't fall victim to these spiritual pimps out here. It's a lot of spiritual pimps out here, and they here to take your money. But please believe it. Please believe they don't have any intentions on leading you to your enlightenment. So, yes, get into discernment when you're dealing with anybody. Make sure that you are in a space. There are people that are there's people in my community that be like, people looking at them like the Holy Grail. But I know they done did some jacked up stuff. I might have been a victim of one of the jacked up things that they done. But listen, people be wanting to, they word is God. And I'll be like, y'all ain't pick up on their energy the way I picked up on it. I thought their word was God too until I experienced that their word wasn't God. Take time. When you get a mentor, you got to take time. Like my mentor, I love him to death. Love him to death. Why? Because I know he's very knowledgeable. Now, the one thing I will say, some mentors, you can't judge them by their actions and the lifestyle that they live in. Sometimes you gotta understand what that mentor is there for. I have a mentor that I know that if I have a question, he has so much knowledge and education on when it comes to this dynamic. He can teach me from any aspect. I can come to him with anything. Oh, how to do this? Oh, he gonna break it down to a science for me. With no, and will not sugarcoat it. Okay? So make sure, I know you hungry. I know you thirsty. I know that you want to see and learn. Even with my shit, I'm telling y'all, when I say something, y'all better go research it for yourself. This is my understanding. Like how I just got into the whole dandelion and hectake and all that. That's my understanding. That's who I traced her back to. But you need to go do it for yourself. Who is it that, who resonates? What insight are you seeing? You see what I'm saying? Because you might get a whole nother, you might have just stopped at, oh, she corresponds to Papa Legba. And you done with it. But then you can get into like, I would even get into like, oh, well, wait a minute. What Orisha connects with Jupiter? It's so many different dynamics you can go into. Do the research. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to who speaks to your spirit. Exactly. Break this down to a science. Science is what it is. There's no shifting in that. You see what I'm saying? There's like a lot of times we want to make the gray area. We want to get into the gray area. There's black and there's white. And then there's the gray area. But that gray area produces confusion, chaos. Don't be in the gray area. Look at it for what it is. That gray area will get your ass in trouble. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Let me, for right now. It's okay, Monty. I'm off my soapbox for right now. I just want y'all to, be mindful. Like, quit listening to everybody. And I try to catch my comments. I don't even know if that person is in here. And I respect your opinion. But let me tell you this. This is my house. So I'm real funny about people saying some old random reckless shit in my house. Let me say that. And you might not have meant no harm. It might have been something that you heard from somebody else. But what I am going to say for my beloveds that y'all have been with me, y'all been rocking with me, y'all know how I see things. I don't look at stuff from a perspective of, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I ain't leave no watermelon out for Yemiya on Saturday. So now she about to have my life fucked up. No, she not. You about to have your life fucked up. She ain't got nothing to do with your life being jacked up. And you trying to look for an outside excuse on blaming something else that has nothing to do with what you are doing. This is your own perception. Quit making a devil exist outside of who you are. The devil is in you. The shadow is in you. There is no other dynamic. That African spirituality don't even deal with that. Okay? If we get into that, we really want to get into the root of this. That don't even exist in African spirituality. Okay? Please understand that when it comes to this dynamic, it is really about understanding what these this energy represent, what this goddess energy represent, what this God energy represents, what source represents in you. Y'all create exactly. Me and Honey be on the same shit. Y'all creating a whole bunch of drama and chaos in your mind. So now you're moving out of fear. And what is going to block your blessings? What is going to prevent you from rising in your ascension, rising in your evolution is this every time. Every time. Listen, every time. You feeling like, oh, I don't want to set my altar up wrong. Who the fuck told you that? Why? I'm sorry. My mouth gonna be real ratchet right now. So y'all gonna have to. This is how I'm real frustrated. Like it frustrated it, and it was frustrating me all day. I just was being quiet. I was gonna make a post, but I said nope. I'm gonna address it tonight. Like stop. Yes, read as many books as you can, but these are examples. Look at them as this is a tutelage. This is just information to get you started on a journey. This is information for getting you on the journey. You said put the money in the jar. Ashay, I need to get I ain't buy my jar. I would be broke right now. I'd be broke. But this was just information. I even was building with arts earlier. And we were talking about Sacred Woman. Certain books are tutelage, beloved. Certain books are tutelage. Certain books are there for you to use as resource guides. So it's not like a read that you can just sit there and read through it and get it. Some books are more resource, like African Holistic Health, like Matuna Terra. Matuna Terra is not I can sit here and read it like a regular book. Matuna Terra is that you're going to have to break that down. You got to eat it in little bites. Don't try to take all that information in. This go back to something I was talking about last night. Like, y'all wanting to digest all this information. And honestly, a lot of this information is way over a lot of people's head. And you got to break it down in small bites. Bite-sized pieces. You'll feel like you're going crazy. You'll feel like it's overwhelming. You're going to feel like this is too much to take on because you're trying to digest damn years of information. I've been on this journey since I was 15. This is years of information. I done forgot some shit. I'm old, so I be forgetting. It be stuff that I be like, oh yeah, I do remember that. Okay? Listen, it's not for that. Break it down. And I tell y'all all the time, it ain't even about knowing all the deities. It ain't about knowing all the Orishas and what colors associate with them. It ain't about knowing all the chakras. That's bonuses. What it really is about, knowing yourself, How do I know myself? How am I breaking down the information on who I am? Why am I doing the things that I do? Why am I repeating certain habits? Is this part of my generational curse? So knowing who you are means knowing who your mother is. Knowing who you are means knowing who your father is. Knowing who you are means knowing who your grandparents were. What did they do? Start with that first. Find you first. Y'all be wanting to damn talk to Yemiya or Shango or, Papa Legba, and you don't even know your own ancestors. You don't even know your ancestors. And that's your first line of defense. This is military. This is your first line is your ancestors. Quit. Know who you are. If you the head in command, you need to know who you are. Then you need to figure out, well, who are my ancestors? I need to figure out who they are. How can I talk to them? Yes, master the 3D first. Y'all be wanting to jump and skip steps, thinking that when you get to a certain dynamic, you're going to be able to ascend past that level. You can't ascend past that level because you ain't even mastered this. You don't even know how to master this. You don't even know how to make your foundation stable. You ain't even figured out how to not be affected about a fact from the monetary aspect. You ain't even figured out how to get your coins together. You ain't even figured out how to make your relationships work. You ain't figured out the easy shit. You see what I'm saying? You ain't figured out that shit. Y'all wanting to deal and dabble in stuff that's beyond that. Thinking that that's going to help you on this dimension. Yeah, to help you, but you need to know how to master this dimension. You can't master this dimension. What you going to do? Know thyself. Know thyself first. There is no separation, but you got to know who you are first so you can understand why is Oshun so attached to you? Because you are Oshun. Why are you operating? Why do you have a warrior energy? Because you are Shango or you are Ogun. You all of them. And when you get to a certain level, you'll understand it past, especially women, we love claiming Oshun. Oshun ain't no joke. It is not all sunflowers and honey with Oshun. Trust and believe the shadow energy for Oshun is something real serious that you got to deal with. That's a whole nother video. So let me leave it alone. Okay, I'm out. I promise this time I left it alone. But the point is, beloveds, know who you are. Know who you are. Know who you are. Know why you are here. What is your purpose? Y'all get distracted by the bullshit. Purpose. What's your purpose? Don't get distracted by the BS. Don't. Not to say that any of this is a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful experience. I don't regret none of it on this journey. But it's very easy. Nah, I'm good now. It's very easy to get caught in the wrong vibration. It's very easy to get distracted off of the course of your own path. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we so focused on everything else. Peace, beloved. We so focused on everything else that we get distracted from our own journey. We get so distracted from the path. And everybody ain't going, like I said, y'all might, I might cut my whole damn page off in a year. Shoot, y'all mess with me, I might have my whole page disconnected in a damn 4 months. Because the more that you ascend and the more that you get into a certain mindset, the one thing that you will realize, to me, this is my understanding, so I'm not going to say that. My own understanding is the more that I get into a certain energy and the more that I get into a certain path, the more I see that, oh, this is unnecessary. You see what I'm saying? Everything is unnecessary. It's just an additive. You don't need. I'm not gonna cut the page off. I might leave y'all with Zach. My 3-year-old might be out here teaching y'all, but the more that I go through my own personal journey, the more that I appreciate who I am and what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And I appreciate people sending me, like I said, Art sent me I had a conversation with her this morning, and she gave me a lot of enlightenment on a dream that she had of me. And it reminded me that I was off course. Okay? It reminded me I was off course on some things. And I was like, interesting. So the way that came back in full circle with all the different messages that I've been receiving for the last day or two or a month, I've been like, okay, I take that. I accept that. I accept that. So, all right, let's get started, y'all. Daddy just got home. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got. Who did I say first? Shay, Shy. Shy, you on here, beloved? Let me go in here. I got the Aunt Goddess and Aquarius Herbs Tea. Shy. Peace, beloved. You done missed my whole rant. I'm out here ranting. I just want y'all to really experience this journey the best way that you can. I'm like a protective mother. I want y'all to experience the journey the best way you can. I don't want y'all to experience. I experienced a lot of crazy stuff throughout my journey that made me pause, that made me stop, that made me do a lot of things that I didn't, I shouldn't have did. Sure, you're going to have to catch it on the replay. I guess I'm going to save it. What is going on with this card? Do I need to pull another card, y'all? It's definitely for you. Oh, let's get you a moon card. Oh, shit. Child, I was ranting because people be saying stuff out their mouth. Reckless. Because that's how they want to do their journey. I shouldn't say it's reckless. I'm being compassionate. Didn't our card say be compassionate? I'm walking in compassion. I'm being compassionate. Oh, nice. You got a new card. I ain't got that one yet. I'm being compassionate. I just don't like when people be in a space where certain stuff I feel like will turn you away from this particular journey. Being overwhelmed by information from books is one in particular. It will overwhelm you. You'll pick up the Matuna because you can't really digest it the way you need to. It'll make you turn away, want to run away from it. And the whole goal is not to run away from yourself. Listening to people telling y'all that y'all can't, buy your own tarot. I bought all my cards. Now, I ain't gonna lie. My first deck might have been gifted to me, and it's an Oracle deck. It might have been. And it was because they bought the Matuna Tarot for me. And it came as a set. But the rest of when I really got into this particular dynamic, I bought all my decks. So, it's a lot of, oh, don't do this. Turn around 3 times. I don't know what's going on. This one's seeming to pause a little bit too, but hopefully it don't act up too bad. All right, beloved. Shy. Your first card was Aya Wind. And Aya Wind is all about that energy. She ain't no joke either. Hold on, I want to see something. So Aya and Omar is very similar. Aya Wind is all about speaking her mind, saying whatever's on her mind, operating and moving in a manner where she's like, I don't need anyone else, and she separates herself from people. She tends to like to work alone. She tends to like to be in a certain energy. Okay. And because she likes that, she sometimes lashes out at people that she shouldn't lash out at. She sometimes say things to people that she shouldn't say things to. Okay? So being mindful of how y'all are, operating as far as, well, Shy, how you're operating as far as how you're speaking to people. Make sure that you're speaking from a place of love, compassion, understanding. Do pay attention. You got the mirror card too. I wanted to double check this card was for you, and the mirror card came out. So the things that are triggering you, process it, beloved. Make sure you're taking the time to understand why is that energy coming out. Why are you saying the things that you're saying? What is it triggering? What is it making you feel uncomfortable? I'm definitely feeling sacral, a little bit of solar chakra energy that you probably need to work on. Yeah, sacral, solar, a little bit of both. Pay attention to the triggers. Understand what the root of it is, why the trigger is there. And then while you're paying attention to that, learn how to refine it. Learn how to make sure that you are resolving the issue, resolving the conflict. Understanding that, oh, that's crazy. I just turned straight to the page that this moon card is. Understanding why it's there. The moon card that you have is have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams, beloved. I do readings for men. I just always end up getting women. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking and allow your higher self to download the information to help you best in the next step. Overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome in the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith. Make sure that you are focused on what it is that you want, beloved. Focus on what you want. Focus on what it is that you need. Focus on the resolution. Don't look back. Stay focused on moving forward. Be patient until it actually all evolves. And be patient until, the solution comes. You feel better about it. Meditate. Ask for answers and guidance in the higher self. Peace, beloved. Peace, beloved. All right. Oh, see. Now I know how. So funny. Y'all be killing me with that. The questions. All right. So the next person. Oh, 555. Finish it. 555. Ashe, you want a moon reading? I got you, beloved. Okay, so my next person is Aquarius Tease. Aquarius Tease. Okay, beloved. Y'all, you, Monty and Smokey, you my last ones. Monty and Smokey. Y'all my last ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, y'all will be my last ones. Aquarius Tees, baby, are you on here, beloved? Are you on here? Aquarius Tees. I'm like burning up right now. No Aquarius. Aquarius Herbs Tea. Monty, you so silly. Oh, there you go. After Aquarius Herb Tea is Aunt Goddess. And then it'll be Monty. And then it'll be Smokey. And then I'm done. So I can go watch movies with my Boo Bears. All right. My baby be always talking about somebody lying. They be like, y'all lying on me. We ain't doing all of these. We ain't doing all of these, Aquarius. But the cards that's coming out for you is the Strength card and Rise Like a Phoenix. Knowing that every lesson that you have learned to this moment, everything that you've experienced up until this moment has built into your character, is built into who you are as a woman, built into who you are as a human experiencing this, well, a spirit experiencing this human experience. They throwing me off. Hold on, y'all. Hey, beloved. Just let them have it. Let them have it. Go. Let him have it. 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 Thank you. I did. I did. Oh my God. Y'all pray for me to get it. One day we it's Thursday when they go back to school. Okay, it's the little red deck. This is what deck. And then the other cards that I'm pulling from is the moon deck. Moonology. Y'all send me all the good energy, please. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Aquarius. Okay. The strength, the guidance, understanding everything that has come before now is building into who you are, building into your strength. This is why you're also getting the Ace of Fire. You are always able to overcome situations. You are always able to rise like a phoenix. No matter what is testing you, no matter what situations you are getting in, guess what? You always able to come and be victorious in it. You always gonna overcome. You always are gonna rise and shine. And people gonna be looking at you like, how the hell she do that? How she come back from that? Like, that would have killed me. But she came back like shining on them. Shining on them. Like, shining. The thing that I look at, I want to talk about this real quick because I do know you are an entrepreneur. Your craft card comes up at the bottom of the deck and it's saying it's being supported by the ancestors and the spirit guides. Listen to what they are trying to send you message-wise, beloved. It might seem like this journey is a little bit harder. It might seem like it's a little more interesting in this dynamic, interesting in this journey. Stay focused, stay centered, listen, sit in meditation, specifically with this moon. Release any fear, any blockages that is created. Ask for the universe to remove any blockages. This is why I keep seeing this for y'all. Make sure that you're visualizing when you sit down in your sacred space, altar, whatever it is that you do, that you are asking for the universe to remove, like pick it up and move it out the way. This is not, listen, we ain't worried about none of that. Tell the universe to move whatever it is out of your way. Move it out of your way. This is not in alignment. Like, this ain't helping my growth. Tell it to move. You stopping my growth. You stopping me from flexing on people. Because you're supposed to be flexing, beloved. You got the Lion and the Ace of Fire. You're supposed to be all like, this is easy. This is my light work. Like, you supposed to really be standing on your crown. Okay? Did we get a moon card? I got excited about your cards. I like when I get certain cards. All right. You got this, beloved. You got it. I'm going to inbox you. I got to talk to you anyway so we can work together. Ashe. I believe both of these cards came out this morning. You get 2 cards. So it's a time to release negativity. Make sure that you're taking the time, like I said. See it all being removed. Make sure that anything that is trying to create any type of blockage, anything that's coming in the way, that you're saying, I see it being removed. I see it being broken. I see it, you know, this pink moon is about, now this is the time where the lakes and the rivers start unthawing from the winter time. You see it being fluid. You see things, your abundance coming to you fluidly, okay? So this is a time where you need to visualize. I see it breaking up. I see where it is separating. I keep seeing doors opening for you, beloved. So, like, I don't know if this is a doors to a new space for you or a new business, but I do see, like, big wood doors is what I'm seeing. Some big wood doors. No, they're not even, they're wood, but the outside of wood. The doors are outside. The frame of it is like a dark, deep wood, and the rest of it is glass with some big metal handles. So I'm seeing something that's opening up, and they're opening this way. So I don't know if that's you walking to a new opportunity, if this is going to be a new space, if there's going to be some sort of dynamic. That's all the elements too. So I need to, like, sit down and understand what that means for you, but that's what it is. All right. So the other card is a time for healing, a time for healing. So understanding that even though you might feel like you defeated a little bit, even though you might be feeling a little discouraged, make sure you're doing things that are going to nurture your self-care, nurture who you are, operate in healing things that may be specifically from your past. Make sure you're taking the time to heal some things that you have not resolved yet. Make sure that you release that energy. Allow it to be released from you so you can move truly in your power and your gift, truly in who you really are. A lot of times things create health issues, create blockages, create all different dynamics because we still holding on to energy that it don't serve us no more. But we still holding on to it. We might be holding on in our stomach. We holding on in our heart. It's holding in your physical existence. Make sure you release that. It don't serve you no more. It ain't for you. Let it go. Stop it. You're too great and too powerful for you to be, and you've been given a vision and a gift in order for you to heal people through what you do. So don't allow old energy to block you from your blessing, beloved. Okay? All right. I'm sorry that was a little bit longer than I anticipated, but we are here. I want to make sure you got that. Ashe. The Aunt Goddess, you ready? You ready? You're welcome. Oh, Aunt Goddess, let me see. And Salam, yes, Salam. I got you, beloved. I got you. Because you asked the last time and I didn't get to you. So you my last person. All right, the Aunt Goddess. Ooh, gonna pull up. Let me get you one more. We said 1, not 10. They keep wanting to send out all these cards. I'm not taking all these cards. We're not doing it. Ashe. We'll take that one. Okay. Take that one too, I guess. Uh-oh. They cut me off, y'all. Let me come